that this week, I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, yeah? Valve silence.
Didn't I do? I think I already did this.
It's been a bit.
Damn, fuck, shit.
Did I
try again? Second attempt?
Everyone, shut up.
Going for a few bit?
I think that this week I'm going to commit a murder on the podcast.
Ooh, that's kind of sus, Mike.
Watch to the end.
Michael is sus.
There is a murderer among us.
Ryan, you look like Among Us today.
Why is that?
We're all yellow.
Welcome to Yellow Cast. We're all wearing yellow.
We're all yellow boys today. He's kind of more orange than yellow, to be fair, but whatever.
It's Yellow Wednesday.
Yeah. Famously, it is Yellow Wednesday.
And we'll all start by naming our favorite thing that is yellow.
Bananas.
Starting with Ted. Thank you, Ted. Bananas. Good.
Get back to me.
Patty?
Me. I'm yellow.
No, it's a cop-out.
You're yellow.
No, gotta be a thing.
Got him there.
Like bananas.
Yeah. Mike, what's your answer?
Oh my God, I don't know.
I take Mike's answer.
I don't know.
What about you, Ryan?
It's Big Bird.
That's such a good answer. I don't know. Pikachu. I like the buzz. It's a like the buzz. Yes.
Oh, we have butter or pineapple.
Patty?
Also a good one.
I already answered. Move on.
He said me.
Patty said, get over it.
Speaking of yellow.
Hey, and fans of the podcast will realize that we had great audio last time. So to throw a little wrench in that system, we got new mics.
Yeah.
Now we're finding out new stuff.
So compliment how good we sound.
No, tell us that we sound bad so we can figure out what spots we sound bad in.
The
That's
problem
right,
is solved, so we changed it.
Just like
create new variables.
Yeah.
What are things that are solved in real life?
Chess.
It's just solved.
No. Because robots.
If a computer can
You're
tell
right.
me about it.
Yeah, if robots haven't figured it out, then no.
Yeah.
Robots figured it out.
No, because
You move the horse up. You put the pawns. Checkmate. It's really
Ryan's got to figure it out, actually. Get Ryan on the sticks. That's
right.
they call chess, right? The sticks.
Give him on the stick. He just thumbs the fucking bishops like a weirdo. Hey, is music solved?
No.
Oh, you know what's
Yet
solved?
be solved.
Thumb Wars.
Thumb War's not solved.
Tic-tac-toe.
I can show you some. Tic-tac-toe is solved. There you go. That's a great one, Patty. Tic-tac-toe is solved.
You know what's not solved?
Transition.
Fucking Florida.
Yes.
Shit. Yeah, welcome to the Florida hate cat.
Florida sucks balls.
Welcome. Take a seat.
And we got some beep, 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 beep. Some Florida news. Ted, take it away.
So, I'm browsing Facebook as I do.
Just looking for someone to hate.
Weird thing to do.
Just looking for action in the various local Melee Facebook groups around the country.
Mhm.
What's popping?
Well, what's going on? I like to stay tuned all the time,
Like a guitar.
just like a good guitar. And I was browsing and I found this post about a tournament in South Florida, in South Florida Melee, Kames House, whatever it's called.
Probably open to the whole coast.
Yep.
I can join from my computer.
I mean, as someone who was going to South Florida for a little bit, it was the place to be to find people to play with.
Yeah.
And post tournaments.
And their online community's probably thriving, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And so is their local community.
What?
Aw.
No, that's bad. Ted, that's not wonderful. That's bad.
Yeah. And so they had a post a little while ago where
Call him out.
they kind of posted a picture of their local and were like, hey, guys, come on out.
We're here.
60 replies and like a bunch of people in there being like, don't do this. And then there's just another post in there this week being like, guys, come on out. We're going to make this thing huge. Or it was make this huge.
Yeah. The exact is Smash Melee tournament every Friday at 7 p.m. Let's make it huge.
What a great name.
Let's make it not exist.
This isn't the first time we've talked about Florida trying to host tournaments in COVID era on this podcast.
No, they keep going for it.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, the problem is it's not big enough. We gotta make it bigger."
Like a bad rash. It keeps coming back up and it fucking sucks. And I hate Florida. Fuck Florida.
Yeah,
That's
isn't that sucks?
Mhm.
So
It's just like weird that the bad like Florida stuff just in the real world just
Mhm.
like seeps into the Melee scene
Yeah.
and just affects like the Melee culture as well. And it's
like no part of them is normal.
yeah. Well, I'm sure. Okay, we got a disclaimer here. I'm sure there's plenty of folks in the Florida Melee scene that are like, what are these people doing?
Mhm.
Like, why are they hosting tournaments?
And to that note, I'm sure there's a bunch of people in the comments of that post who aren't even from Florida, but could be supporting, what they're doing. It's like, oh yeah, I'm from Kentucky, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna try to throw Kentucky into the
Kentucky.
You're next. We're watching you.
Stop the count.
I'll chase you to the ends of the earth, Kentucky.
Yeah, we just need to rub their face in dirt. That's all we need to do. We just need to grab their face and just rub them in dirt. And have a good day, Florida.
Well, I know a certain brave individual was in the
When?
in the comments, just saying, "Hey, delete Florida Melee," and there are lots of likes and support for that soldier,
Who is that?
whoever that might be.
We don't know.
It's Ryan.
It's Teddy Green.
It's actually Ted. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that was me.
Ted said, "Shut the fuck up, you stupid idiot! What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Morons.
Yeah. I'm gonna, every time they post, I'm gonna keep like commenting on it. Just being an asshole.
Because someone needs to tell them.
Yeah.
So don't support any locals. It's not safe. We want to get back to them as soon as everyone else can, but
Everyone's got to do their part.
Yeah. Also, practically every region has someone posting and being like, "Hey, where's the IRL tournaments?" Like every region has that, and it's on your job as a region to be like, "No,
Shut the fuck up.
we don't have in-person tournaments."
not always so rude,
That's true.
you know.
I'm just,
But like just saying like, "Hey," because I know we've had some of this in NEM, and I was so impressed by the responses.
Oh yeah.
For the most part, just being like, "Hey, the TOs are looking into hosting safe events when it's when it's viable. But for now, probably best to stick online, and we'll post updates here when we get an update." And it's like,
Yeah.
If you don't have anything nice to say, haha, react.
I won't even say that.
I like haha reaction.
Just drop an oof.
Well, every good cop needs a bad cop.
Thumbs down emoji.
There are no cops, actually. ACAB. My bad, everyone.
Good job. But yeah, if you live in Florida, just go on fucking Slippy instead.
Yeah. And like flame these people when you see them.
Also,
And
use your voice as Florida Smash.
You're a weapon.
Try out your voice and voice those opinions, because you know what you can do instead of going to these huge, quote unquote,
Florida locals.
Steal this transition. You can go to Dunkin' Donuts. I love Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, what do you have to say?
You can enter an online tournament like Patti did.
Oh, I did, yeah.
The Calvar Cup.
Oh, Freddie was in that.
NEM's premier local Netplay tournament.
Excuse me, sorry.
That I heard went very well. Even hearing so much as that people were saying that it reminded them of like being in a Mass Madness, as far as everyone being in Discord and like being in chats and stuff, and
Oh, that's rad.
kind of hanging out. So, Patti, you partake in that. What's
Partaked.
How do you feel?
So you said-
Yeah, it's fun.
Partoken?
Highly recommend to anyone in New England Melee, and especially like it was cool because there was a bunch of people that I knew, and I could just be like, "Hi, Jesse." We're shit posting in the Calvar chat, but there was also a bunch of people I didn't, and it's cool to be like, "Oh, sweet, you guys are like the new wave of NEM." Like a lot of there was multiple people being like, "This is my first tournament." It's like, "Oh, that's fucking sick."
That's hot.
Yeah. So it's cool. There's like 42 entrants, New England Melee only, which was cool. It wasn't like any it's cool to have Tri-State in the bracket. But I like Calvar's thinking of like making the ones that will be open to those states like monthly and making it more centered around New England.
Dope.
Yeah, it just felt like all the homies hanging out in a Discord chat, and it was cool. Everyone was playing bracket matches. I lost to Ian in Future Shock like it was a like it was another SG. Yeah, I was really like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah,
Never change.
there's a bunch of people. I went like 3-2. So yeah, played a lot of matches. It was tons of fun. Would recommend. It's on Sundays.
And it's weekly. Is that the idea?
Bi-weekly, maybe.
Bi-weekly?
Bi-weekly
Bi-weekly.
or maybe weekly. Brento, appreciate it.
Hey.
Patreon gang in chat.
Ooh.
The best.
You should get an extra Twitch emblem. But yeah, Calvar Cup was sick. I think especially just the fact that it's just trying to give NEM people a place to play was cool.
Fuck with that.
Yeah, because we have East
Absolutely.
Coast tournaments, but we don't have New England tournaments.
Yeah.
And it felt like a New England tournament.
Good on Calvar. That's cool.
I want to go.
He asked us to stream, and I had to be like,
Ted.
can't right now.
On Discord.
I want to go. Get in.
We're going to Florida.
In the car, we
Guys,
Discord on the speakers.
It's gonna be huge.
Oh,
Make this thing
Huger.
humongous.
Yeah, Calvar asked us to stream, and I had to be like, not right now, but maybe when we get new stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we can't.
If
But
only we could afford it.
someday soon.
But anyway, speaking of New Hampshire specifically,
NH.
there's some great news that I don't really follow this at all, but it's good. Everyone else is happy about it. Bobby Shmurda is free.
You really wrote this down?
Any
That's funny.
any comments on that? Anyway, on to the question here.
Yeah, W.
So here's the real what's on my mind about this. 'Cause this is a very pressing topic, right?
About Bobby Shmurda?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. The world's talking
What
about it.
is going to be Nick and Jack's team name?
Ryan, what was Nick and Jack's team name?
It was
Black and White Toyota.
free political prisoner Bobby
Shmurda.
Shmurda.
Robert F. Shmurda.
Robert.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes. Free. Can you say that again?
Free political prisoner Robert F. Shmurda.
So now it can
I
be
said a lot on stage.
I did a bad job of saying it. So thank you, Patty. But yes, what are they called now? He's free. Like what do you?
Freed political prisoner.
I want freed. I want freed. But if they had to change it to not that, any ideas from anybody?
Who is it? I'm sorry. It's Nick and
Nick and Jack.
yeah. Okay.
Golden and Glock My Toyota.
Their team name is We Don't Like Rap Music Anymore.
We hate music.
Fuck JPEG Mafia.
I saw that. Nick was like,
Move on,
I really
move on.
don't
We're
like JPEG anymore.
Whatever.
It's fine. I just think it's funny. In a good way. Anyone can like whatever they want. But gold. What's something about gold?
What?
The first thing I thought of with gold is piss. So it can be about piss.
Sure.
We have a piss name, a piss
Just
team
go
name.
for it.
So let's workshop this as a unit.
All right,
Okay, help me
piss.
out. So I'm gonna start out with piss, and I need somebody else
Okay.
to kind of help me out.
Piss in my Toyota. What do you?
Piss in my Toyota. It all comes back to Robert F. Shmurda for me. So I'm having a
That's the
hard
name. Piss in my Toyota. It all comes back to Robert F. Shmurda.
Oh, there we go.
That's
It
fair.
rhymes too.
So I think they have to move on to the next political prisoner. You know,
Oh, okay.
keep on going. They succeeded. They did a good job.
So who's next?
So now,
Well,
they
you know what it took, Ryan.
it did take Daft Punk.
It took Daft Punk, and then
Free Daft Punk.
it took Daft Punk, and Tiger Woods is like crippled now. So that's what that took. Well, now you can play wheelchair golf. So it's not a huge
not
deal.
funny.
So nasty.
It's not- I mean, I'm serious.
funny.
It's not fun.
Anyway, I
There
don't
needs to be
know.
more. Sorry, Ryan. Continue. I was gonna say wheelchair golf.
I don't know many political prisoners, but I hope they, if they're going by alphabetical order, probably some for C name now. They did B, so who knows?
Lord knows they're going alphabetically.
Yes, best of luck to them.
Absolutely.
All right, pick a number, huh?
Sticks.
6.
I wanted to do 5, but that's okay.
All right. Well, this is one that Ted, you can help us out with. Actually,
I know a couple numbers.
did you watch a recent Melee tutorials video?
I did, yeah.
Please.
I thought it was definitely like a shill vid.
Who was it?
Okay, so Smash Tutorials, everybody knows them. They
That's
taught-
SPM tutorials. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah.
SSPM Tutorials?
Yeah,
Is that what
that's
it's
what it is,
called?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I said Smash Tutorials.
It's cool.
But they make just like videos that teach basic mechanics of the game and such.
Yeah.
Correct.
And they stopped making videos. It's Kira is
It
the
is
person who
Kira.
does it. Very good SoCal player, innovator in the game.
Mm.
And but they stopped making videos at some point just because they make so many videos about wave dashes, and people, lose
You
interest.
hit a
yeah,
a roadblock eventually. You know what I'm saying?
for sure. And but after years of silence, they've come back with another hit video.
what is it?
And it's 6
5.
5 things. 5 things Mango's Falco does that you didn't know it did.
I didn't know that was a SSPM tutorials video.
Yeah.
I saw that.
No.
And it was a cool vid. It was well done, just like every other Smash Tutorials video.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, that's cool. But then it was like a shill for like this Undertale game that he made. And
Oh, really?
That he's making.
And he's like trying to get you to like pre-order this game on Steam or something. For every 1,000 pre-orders, he'll make a Smash Tutorials video.
Up to 15, I think you're saying.
Up to 15, yeah. And like, I'm not too interested in this game, but I'm sure there's plenty of people who are. So maybe it's a good promo. And every other YouTube video has a promo, so it doesn't feel that intrusive.
Yeah, and wishlist thing's like free, so like just put it on the wish list. Who cares?
What do you mean Undertale game?
I don't care enough about these games to know anything about.
So are you saying it just looks like Undertale?
I think Sans is in it.
I know he described it as Undertale-like in some capacities.
Okay.
I think
Neat.
when they mean Undertale, like it's subversive to the genre. It's like the narrative is like subversive to, like it might be anti-combat. Maybe that's what my brain.
Oh, I
is
see.
when I'm
I mean,
thinking.
you're saying so it's going to be an RPG, but it's going to have a twist that makes it
A little bit of a twist.
a twist. Got
You're
you.
going to be able to wave dash?
Yeah, cool. That's neat. Maybe you'll be able to wave dash in it.
Will you be able to buy the Smash Tutorials box set?
The box set on Blu-ray and HD DVD.
Uh-huh. Well, that's how I learned to play.
Thank you, Ron.
Cheers.
A year.
I said Ron.
Thank you, Sean.
Oh,
That's
the
a-
year? Damn.
That's crazy.
Oh, he's a jolly fellow.
That's a cheers for sure.
Mhm.
I think that's probably our first year.
Is it?
One of them
Could be.
for sure.
Well, Matt probably hit it already, right?
Time.
Cheers.
Dink.
Ding, ding, ding.
dink, dink, dink.
Dink.
But yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see the videos back.
Yeah.
That's tight. Do you, Michael? You have a thought?
Yes.
Tell me all
Speaking
about
of people making games and Smash Brothers,
it. Oh yeah,
have you guys seen the one that the Smash Flash dude is making with all the indie game people in it?
yeah, I did. Yeah,
That's it. That's all I did.
Flash Fighter.
It's
something,
not, it's
maybe?
something like that. What is it? It's a. Have you seen this? I feel like you're
No.
more like, and you definitely haven't seen this.
It's got Fish Boujin in it.
It's got the dude from Slap City. It's got a dude from Rivals in it.
Back up a little.
Oh my bad, that was way too low. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I just they're making a huge
Frame
thing.
Makers.
Frame Makers.
Thank
Yes,
you for
it's got a
naming
huge Kickstarter. I think it's doing really well, and a lot of heart's going into it because I think they've got a bunch of indie people who are like good with the platform fighter thing, kind of going ham on it. So neat.
What about Strive? That's been a thing
Guilty
that my
Gear?
Twitter has talked about.
Yeah, everyone's in love with this game
Yeah.
for the most part. There's minor complaints, but I'm very happy that people are liking it because from jump, everyone was like, "This might fucking suck,"
Freddie stole our PS4
and he brought it back though.
that he sold us.
Yeah, it's true.
Dude,
Yeah.
speaking of which,
What's that? Ready?
I love that guy.
Oh, Freddy.
Oh, true.
Freddie Lane, a.k.a.
Yes.
SSBM Dad. What a stand-up guy.
He's so nice.
He's
Yeah.
really cool. His Twitter, his Twitch streams,
Oh,
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Patty, this is the hidden
Oh.
topic.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the Freddy cat.
I wasn't in on the. What's happening?
You were over there like, what are we doing?
yeah.
I was like,
Where's the
anyway.
joke?
Speaking of his
Okay.
streams, I mean, the tier list stream tomorrow?
Oh, where he rates starter
think this-
Pokemon?
Yep.
It's
We're getting
gonna
all
be
the starter
so
Pokemon
All of the starter Pokemon.
tiered up on twitch.tv/ SSBM Dad
Is that backslash? Was it backslash? Is that one? Isn't it?
Forward slash.
/
Backslash. Anyway, that was the end of the Freddy cast.
I have a thing.
Good
yeah, what's
job.
up?
Okay. I didn't tell any of you about this, but I want to tell you.
secret story.
Okay. All right. So let's paint the picture.
Okay,
Yeah, what's up, baby?
We're in 2008.
I've been there.
Oh, Halo came out.
Halo came out the year before, Ryan. Please.
Brawl's out.
Yes.
Brawl is out in 2008, February.
It's 7 months after Brawl just came out.
That means it's November. Nope. What is-
I don't actually know it. It's around 7 months.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay. People are playing in Brawl tournaments. It's like,
Whoa.
Mango's like, oh, I guess I'll play this game. I have to.
Yeah.
And they're like starting to figure it out. Everyone's like, okay, this is definitely a different game. And it's starting to be the whole tripping saga Desc. Evo's like, hey, we're hosting a tournament. Everyone's like, okay, cool. Another Melee tournament. They're like, nope, we're doing Brawl.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, okay, all right, I guess we can do a Brawl tournament and no Melee. So everyone's like getting pumped. Everyone's like, okay, I'll take Brawl seriously. I'm gonna do this tournament. And then Brawl's like, hey, we're doing items in all the stages. And it's like, okay, fine. So then a 14-year-old wins.
Yes.
Cool.
And he wins with items on.
Was he epic?
No.
What? He wasn't epic?
I think
Okay.
he was a Rob player.
So
That's pretty
he was a
sus.
Rob player.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
Sounds a little epic.
I like this story. I think this story is real cool. I'd love to make a video about the story. So I found the Rob player who apparently hasn't gone to a tournament forever. And I reached out to the dude and he's a dick. And he's
Really?
a total dick. And I don't want to fucking make the video anymore. This dude's a fucking dick.
What did he say to you?
This dude tried to said the only way that he'd answer my questions about the video is if I got Mighty Keef or Beefy Smash
Oh
Dudes
my
to
God.
talk about how much they want to hear about Evo 2008 because he feels like the community at large doesn't care about the specifics about the story. And there's tons of misunderstood things that he refuses to tell me unless I get either those people to add him on Twitter or I get multiple top Melee players to fucking add him. So I told him to go fuck himself.
You actually said that?
Child.
I said no, have a great day, dude.
Who are those people?
They're just fucking.
They're more like general Smash. Like they definitely like in the spectrum. They're on Ultimate side, but I would even say it's like more casual.
They lean to
thing.
a really base level casual
Yeah.
audience to get like
Like
maximum.
Mighty Keith has had some funny like skits and stuff related to like our community, so he's like more in the in. BB Smash dudes are just like they're just, like,
Smash dudes
they're
here.
like casual people who like are showing some cool clips of Ultimate and stuff, like having fun. And it's all wacky and stuff. Yeah, it's just like enjoying.
To add a little bit more context,
Please.
I hit him up and I was like, "Hey, I'm doing this thing. Love for you to make the thing. Here's the channel." And then he responded back. He's like, "Oh, I see you guys are a Melee channel." So I was like, "Okay." And I went back to him for a little bit, just like I thought he was like, thinking that we were gonna approach it from the haha tripping aspect.
No.
So I was like, I gave him like full credit, just be like, we might even work with Junebug on this video, like stuff like that. And then we got to the
you get the drop.
banger because I thought he just was being, thought we were being a Melee kids.
Being like haha brawl.
Yeah. I thought we were just gonna make fun of Brawl with his story, and that's not at all what I was trying to do.
But fair point of view.
Yeah, and I totally thought that was what he was going for. But holy shit, yeah. And then I also felt bad because I was like, fucking, I'm gonna go talk about him on this podcast now. But it's like, yeah, he said the worst thing to the worst possible person.
So he wanted to raise awareness about how important the tournament was in the storyline by not telling you anything?
Dude, I know, right? I was like, I'm the person who would
do this for you.
Yeah. Here's in the scenario. Let me paint you the picture in my head, Patty.
Mhm.
This guy, I bet you, goes in their streams all the time and messages them and donates, and that's his fucking sub notification. And I bet it's all, it's like, hey, talk about 2008 Evo Brawl finals. I bet you every single time. And he saw an opening. He goes, oh, this
This is my in.
This guy's got some clout. More than I do, at least. Even though I won Evo when I was fucking 14 or whatever, I still no one knows my name or cares about me.
I don't know
But
his name, by the way.
This guy, he knows the Keith. He knows the dude.
Yeah.
The Keith.
Talk to them, and then I'll talk.
I mean, I know you don't. Sorry.
No, but
So I'm assuming you're avoiding saying his name just so people don't like pounce on him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to look up.
His-
Evo 2008. Apparently, no one cares about it. So
What a fucking
Go
loser.
wild.
What a bummer. I think that's a really cool idea for doing a piece on too. And if you were a worse person, you could do a stink piece on him about how this kid at 14 won the worst Evo of all time for Smash Brothers.
There's a chance I still do the video, and there's a part where I'm just like, and I reached out to him, and he was a dick.
That is funny.
he was about as immature as a Evo items winner champion would be.
That's so wild.
Years
I don't know.
later.
Like I was so pissed off. But what'd you say?
What does he look like?
Just a normal guy. I don't know. He
Rob player.
That's the
He doesn't look like a Rob player. I'll tell you that. He doesn't look like.
Doesn't.
He doesn't really look like a nerd.
Oh,
Beanie.
A beanie wearer.
I don't know. There's super limited.
mouth
Anyway,
There's
breather.
a joke for that though.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this dude has like some like very, very personal fucking vendetta with someone in the Smash community, and it just results into everyone, including the person who's reaching out to him. But yeah, that was my fun interaction. With,
Boo.
Crazy idea here.
Okay.
What if
Crazy.
this guy tries to then go to tournaments and everybody in the toxic Melee and Smash scene just bullies him for being the kid who won the items for people tournament until he doesn't want to go anymore.
But he's not going at all. It's a thing. That's what he said. He doesn't go to any events.
But did he not go to anything ever again?
He went to like 2 things after that. Yeah.
This guy knew his place.
The theory sticks.
He knew he got his W, and he wants to
slammed.
He wants to get praised for it, and it's like, whatever, dude.
The thing he was most mad about is the misconceptions about his win.
What are that?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
He wouldn't even say it.
The thing that he would tell me is that he won over Ken 2-0. That's the only info he gave me.
He's like, everyone thinks it's close. It wasn't close.
2-0.
I got the best assist trophies in the game.
The Starman spawned on me.
The crazy part is
Kyogre was owning him.
he had a previous comment on someone's like fucking blog post about about being aware that he beat Ken with items on, and that the only reason he beat Ken was because it had items on. So that's why I was like, what? I don't even fucking know.
That's wild. That's such a good idea for a story too. What a bummer. Rats.
It still might happen, but we might it might be a little biased.
I might have half the information that I want.
That's also the
Make the rest of it up.
I guess I have to ask Ken.
Oh,
That might be even harder. Actually, have you?
That's so funny. That probably would be easier to reach out to Ken.
Yeah, that is funny.
Than this dude who doesn't have a fucking shred of credibility or notability. Anyway, Ryan, next topic.
Pissed.
Let's see what we can talk about
Lead 'em in.
here. We got some great topics here. Here's one thing that we can kind of more briefly. We don't have to go into super hard, but right after we had our podcast the other week, they announced a new Smash character, and there was some reactions to it that were problematic in a way, and kind of drew a light to man, we need to fucking. Come on, guys.
Did we not talk about this on the podcast?
And no, we didn't talk about this. No, because there wasn't the whole thing about it. Cool. But our friend of the podcast, Spinda, put out a great video. Just kind of.
I just realized what we're.
Yeah, am I being?
Did you say character? I thought we were talking about Kania. No, we're talking about.
That's what I thought.
Sorry, ultimate new characters.
I was dragging.
People were sexualizing these characters in a way that made all people in the scene uncomfortable, as they should feel, because it's disgusting.
It was weird. I couldn't see anything more than a thumbnail, and I was like,
yeah,
not with it.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
The HBox thumbnail, we'll go through the whole thing right now. HBox thumbnail for the video. 2 big reasons to play Pyra, Mithra, and Smash Ultimate. Sakurai's got a big old,
He's doing the big
happy
eyes.
face.
Woo!
And you got some, some body parts
Boob joke
on the on the screen.
Yep.
Ryubeat, friend of the pod, had a great definitely friend of the pod.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's for me.
Was comparing the M2A's video, which is like analyzing the characters, versus HBox's analyzing the characters.
Yes.
And M2A's comments are all like, man, that B looks frame 13. Oh, the startup from this looks like that, whatever. And like normal nerd comments, normal comments, And then the HBox comments were all booba. And I didn't watch the whole video. I'm not an HBox watcher.
Not much of an HBox watcher.
No, not much of an HBox watcher. But luckily other people were brave enough to go through that. And apparently like half the video is just fucking, ogling and making a big stink over some cartoons in the new game.
Cartoon knockers, huh?
Yeah.
For shame.
Which is really just, you can everyone can have their own opinions, but when you have a megaphone to your mouth, you probably should just, keep it to yourself if you gotta be that way.
Yeah.
Don't amplify that.
A part of me thinks that it's like him like just trying to appeal to like his 14-year-old audience, you know what I mean?
I think so too, but it should be it should be the other way.
And it's like the worst way to sell out. It's like, dude, really? Like this?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
This started a discussion recently on a public forum where people were arguing about, in the greater scheme, if you should take responsibility for the actions of your audience based on the content that you create. And I think I juggle back and forth between what I think about this, but I would like to know what you guys think about that specifically.
Sure. Patty, do you have a community that you
real quick
influence?
to circle back just a second? I think it's like hard for any of us to have a direct comment, because it's much easier to just echo the comments of someone else, like Spinda, who's like,
Exactly.
yeah, like clearly, like you should watch their YouTube video before, adhering to the words that we say. But the biggest thing is, like, if you're making women feel uncomfortable in a scene that is very easy to make women feel uncomfortable, you should probably just rethink what you're doing. And if you have a platform, then you should be extra aware about the things that you say. And yeah, I think that is definitely it's become a little bit more true with us. We definitely try to keep this podcast to being the most transparent version of us. But even something like chugging beer before the podcast is something that we've dropped. Stuff to make it, a welcoming place for anyone is definitely something that is a conscious thing and should be for anyone creating content.
Correct.
Yeah, and I'd say that any chance we've gotten, like in the top 10s that makes sense, we've tried to bring up topics like this. Spoiler alert, I'll say there's a line in the next top 10 before the title drop, where it's like, if you have a problem supporting women and smashing, you should get the fuck off our video. It's like, just using the small situations you have to make someone else's voice louder is the move. And I definitely think that you should be conscious of your audience and check them as such. And even stuff like this is us checking someone. Like, who knows? Someone might have left this stream because of a comment that we just said in the last 20 seconds.
Good. Peace, bitch.
Just think about it. And like the thing is that our videos, right? Our videos are like, very wholesome, very positive, very like thankful, and like looking at the community in a positive light. That's something we do very intentionally.
Really trying to.
We tried it.
Yeah.
And our comments are all reflecting that for the most part.
Very nice people.
Like I would say 95% of the comments are just like, oh my god, like this makes you feel great. Like, I love this. You guys are doing awesome. I wish I saw these people. Like, just very. They reflect back on what you do. Your audience. So it just like it's important to do. But what were you saying about?
So this doesn't even. We don't have to go super into it, but it was just there was a discussion that I was a part of where people were arguing whether or not you are responsible for the actions of your audience as a content creator,
Sure,
or a figure in on the internet or whatever, that people, you have a following. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's weird because you should be using your power, quote unquote, to create an image that is very like positive and very safe for other people, so that you're welcoming and warm to anybody that you want. Because it's only beneficial for you, if anything. Not only does it make people feel good about themselves,
depends on the crowds, but yeah. So some people are like heels, and that's like
of course,
part in it.
And there's a spectrum, right? There's the low tier gods of the world. I don't know if you guys know anything about low tier god. Tier god, horrible dude who is a heel by every stretch of the word. And who's a good like opposite? Who's somebody who's
Axe.
Ricky Ortiz.
Yeah, Ricky Ortiz, perfect. Just very wholesome, fantastic, safe, like very nice, good feeling content.
Yeah.
And as somebody with a huge audience like HBox has, is he responsible for the gremlins on Twitter and his YouTube comments going like booba and tilky milky yum yums or whatever the fuck, and just running all over the place? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 1000%. Because he said booba on his video.
That's
500 times. I think your audience is just mimicking what you have to say for the most part, especially like the more dumb the people, especially when you get an audience that big. At the end of the day, you're going to have people who are lifeless bodies that are just there to mimic the words of HBox.
That's true.
And he's absolutely conscious of that. He even was like immediately walked it the fuck back and is like, okay, yeah, should really use my platform. And I would have loved to see him react to the Spinda video, because that is exactly what he needs to do. He needs to do some sort of check the audience who's been freaking out about it.
Got you.
And also, like, gotta say, I think the Melee audience is a little bit more mature, and I think that's been a little bit more aware in the past week or so due to issues outside of the Mithra things as well.
Well, more so because we are just older by nature.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
We're an older crowd.
Yeah.
We are a 10-year-older game. Yeah.
Ultimate's gonna have younger people into it. That just but if you're creating Ultimate content, you should probably also understand that all the eyes on you are going to be people who are younger.
Yeah, he knows that. I don't got to tell HBox what his fucking,
Of course.
what his age viewer count is. Yeah, demographic is.
It's a stat. You can see it. It's right there.
You can literally see it.
I think if you're willing to not say anything because you're going to get thumbs down, you're a part of the problem.
Boom.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're afraid of backlash because you will say something that you believe like it's a good thing, then yeah, you're scum to me. Be better. And I know you can. I'm not HBox is just the one who we're calling out in this thing, but yeah.
That's how Goontex makes his fucking his videos. I believe in this.
If you have the wherewithal to realize that you're in the wrong, you should have the wherewithal to act on that.
Psychopath. Fuck yeah, Patty. Totally agree with you.
I'll tell you this, Michael.
What's up, baby?
I hate to be political.
Oh, you hate politics.
Or draw any kind of lines here.
Like, why can't everything just be for fun?
But if I was, had a large following and I made a lot of, kind of aggressive comments about, I don't know, just storming someplace.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Took me a second.
it was just, and then it's like, that's not my, and then the people that I walked away and everyone who I said to do those things went and did those things should probably be held responsible for,
the things that you say and do.
for things I
the
said
encouragements you give.
to get my crowd all riled up,
I totally get you. The reason I'm just gonna kind of swing past that. the reason I thought about this even more was because not even because of the HBox incident. This is like the sparking thing, but I was thinking about it on a higher level for like mega like God no like mega popular Twitch streamers like XQC or like Forcin and that shit, where it's like the Roman Empire that is stretched out too thin. Your viewer base is so fucking big that I don't understand how you can possibly control that amorphous blob of individuals. You know what I'm saying? It's very strange. I wonder where the line is drawn where it becomes that much more of like an impossibility to really kind of rein in your audience if they do things different to how you view them as how they should be done.
I agree with that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's definitely a certain uncontrollability as things get bigger.
That's so weird though.
But it doesn't
freaks me
mean
out.
you shouldn't try.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
definitely something that should be addressed.
And like can you control every member of your audience? No. But if you're not doing things to help your community, then you're not doing enough.
Exactly.
Ninja's a great example of being bad with a giant platform in terms of towards women. Dude has specifically said, "I refuse to stream with women because I have a wife." Like that is a basically real quote that he said, and it's out of respect to my. It's like, bro, you. Yeah,
I think what it was
there's 5 different issues with that.
Yeah, it was like he's like, I don't want people starting rumors about me cheating on my wife because I'm playing video games with girls or something like that. It's pretty fucking ridiculous. Yeah. And I don't even remember if he walked that back. Maybe he did. I don't know. That's crazy.
But anyway, just HBox did apologize, did remove the video, posted a whole cheesy, I'm so sorry, whatever.
You mean an apology video?
No.
Okay.
Apology tweets. And apparently, according to other people on Twitter, he had kind of some people talking about how he was ogling girls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it was very tasteless and it sucks. I think that one of the most important things you can do is when you hear that someone's uncomfortable, you just accept that they're uncomfortable. Like, don't ask them why. It's like they're uncomfortable. It's it. Don't question them. Don't like it's
Also, don't form your own opinions on women being uncomfortable when you haven't listened to a woman who's uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's the fucking.
Oh, they're overreacting. Shut the fuck up.
Eat shit and die.
Anyway,
The end.
don't we have more to talk about? You guys remember those videos from back in the day, right?
Back to
When I'm Mango, when I'm Hbox, and it's
Yeah.
like
Oh.
it's like bow, bow,
it's the meme
bow,
format
bow, 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 bow,
based on Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, so so Zain put out a video recently, like Zayn's official YouTube channel,
Mhm.
called "When I'm Zayn,"
Was it that?
and he made a minute-long video
That's funny.
That's really cool.
of that trend.
That's funny.
That's ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very funny.
And I was just wondering, like, Zayn's like a key part of this, but it's like there are so many things that our top players got to experience, like in the heyday of like the gods and stuff, like memes and stuff. And I wonder if there's more stuff that they're missing.
that Zayn feels like left out of.
Exactly.
He's like the younger brother who's
Yes.
he's like,
Oh,
you guys gotta play the soccer team too.
he's playing catch up, is what you're
Because he
saying.
probably thought that was cool when he probably watched When I'm in M2K 1,000 times.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember him talking about watching the doc like so like glued to it, just being like, "I'll be in the background. I'll be somewhere in the background. They'll show me versus someone," and he was never in the doc.
Aw.
But there's like missed opportunities, you know? It's like Zayn will never be called, I shouldn't say never, but like the God era is done,
Mm-hmm.
you
Oh,
know?
He
Like,
almost
G.
marks like one of the ends of it, like the real.
Yeah.
You know.
Out of all the top players, Zayn has not been a part of a dominant team.
A doubles team?
A team of players.
Yeah, like doubles.
Yep.
Zayn and Plup
Oh.
are like the only ones who like did the best. I think also Zayn and Rishi did pretty well.
Who did Zayn? Didn't Zayn H-Box team a couple times too? I feel like try to make it work. But it's just so funny to think he had to make his own
It's very funny.
of Zayn.
Did he make it?
He made it. It's his account.
It was
That's
also
really
I'm
funny.
pretty sure it was the announcement of him getting a new editor. Was who
Oh,
made
cool.
that.
Ah,
That's good.
So it was
that
like
is
going
good.
through all of his old content and stuff.
Pog.
That's tight. And also,
Oh, Zayn and Milkman. Yeah, that's true. They were a real team. And Zayn and Chillin also.
MDVA.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
but also on the YouTube content sphere.
The YTCS. As people
Thank you,
call it.
Michael. Yes,
No problem.
that is what everyone's
that.
calling it that.
Yep.
I didn't think you guys were hip.
Did you guys know you're L canceling wrong? What?
This video.
You watched it?
Yeah.
It's,
Actually, I saw this thumbnail.
Hacks put out a new video all about how to L cancel correctly
Mhm.
and all the differences between analog and digital L
So
cancel.
you're like, buy a box.
And I mean,
Is it really?
Okay, so I know what I was wrong on the last time.
Okay.
So it's about okay. I just-
Oh, he doesn't know.
yeah. It's about L canceling with Z, right?
Okay.
And it's all about if you L cancel with Z, you get locked out of a tech timing.
Cool.
Pretty sure that's the whole thing. So if you L cancel, I think we're just gonna
So you
no.
shouldn't L cancel with this.
it's the opposite.
if you L cancel.
There's he said there's 5 ways to L cancel. There's L R,
Yeah.
light press L, light press R, and Z. If hard pressing L and R are called digital. Michael, say the questions again, please.
I will.
Left hard pressing L and R give you digital inputs. Light pressing L and R or Z give you analog inputs.
Mm.
He is saying that analog inputs are always better than digital inputs.
Yeah.
So it is better to L cancel with Z, theoretically. On controller, maybe not, but on the box, it's the same fucking button.
I just want to say as a small caveat,
Yep.
if you hard press L cancel as like a Fox Nair on a Fox's shield and they perfect like shine out a shield, you'll tech that shine.
Well, that's the whole video.
It's
The whole
really
video is
cool.
about,
Really?
Oh,
and it's,
yeah.
and it's analog. It's not hard.
You should watch that.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. And it's about SDIing down. And if you do an analog press, you will always tech it. If you do a digital press, you're more likely to actually use your tech input because hard pressing counts as an L cancel or a tech input. Someone gives you one of them. Digital makes it both.
We talked about that last week, but basically
I know it makes it both.
he's not allowing you to remap the set 8 buttons because you would theoretically fall into the boat of L canceling with the wrong button and then going down a different path that he's saying, I already went down this path. Don't go down this path. This is bad. You don't want to do this. Which I don't know. If you give people the custom option to button remap, shouldn't you let them go down that path? Whatever, dude. I don't.
But
care.
what if they choose the wrong option, Patty? What if they ruin their life? Blood will be in my hands, Patty. I gotta save them from themselves.
Ryan, what if theoretically I'm Dr. Manhattan and I have the power to at the same time hard press R and light press L?
I don't know.
You don't know what would happen?
I'm not. Listen,
You're not a scientist?
it's the problem is with this video that I don't like is that it needs a better name. This guy's telling you how to L cancel. If I'm a new player and I go how to L cancel,
You're like, what?
I'm getting that hacks video, and I'm going, oh my god, I'm never playing this fucking game. What?
It's like
It's like so. It's like it should. That video is meant for like Ted should watch that
Yeah.
video. As like it's like a Fox player, you'll appreciate that video and go, okay, maybe I need to start doing a different kind of L canceling. Maybe that's relevant to me. I can implement that, right? Maybe. It's if I'm a new player and I see
Okay, so
hacks
this
L
is
cancel
very
video,
interesting to me.
it's crazy. I know that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. But to a new player, that fucking sucks.
But as me watching it, all I felt was like, oh, dude's kind of stressed out that he has competition about a box. Like, that's really all I felt that entire video.
Really?
Just like, oh, he's trying to talk to frame one right now. That's really what it felt like to me, where it's like, this isn't for me. This is for the people above me and the
like a
people
pitch.
who would. Yeah, it really felt like a pitch to frame one.
It's funny.
Like
You'll see here.
subtweet. This is why you shouldn't do it. This is why it's really bad. And I can't explain to you directly in a Discord call. So here you go, old friend.
Is Hacks becoming the type of character where he's a villain that loves something so much that he's become a villain?
Yes.
To, like, preserve
Yeah,
that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think he really does care about the box so much
that
he's
making it
scared.
evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he's scared that
That's
somebody.
awesome.
Like Dr.
To me.
Octavius.
Totally.
He's the Doc Ock of Melee.
Yep. Doc Ock.
He is a dog of Melee.
That's crazy. He's
Doc
a villain who loves,
Hack. No, I
but
couldn't
to a
get
point.
it.
That was good.
Hack Doc. I got it.
But
Yeah.
it's like it's an interesting thing. I took it more, Patty. It's not from that frame of mind. I was with this one YouTube comment that I fucking love.
You were just hanging out with
That
one
was
YouTube comment.
that just said, "Will this be on the test?" Because it is just 20 minutes
Yeah.
of like a PowerPoint presentation on frames.
I have to write this shit down.
It's hard to watch.
I should bring my notebook.
Yeah, you bring a name, but like I'm saying, if you're like if you like Melee and playing for a while, and it's like it's an interesting thing to dive into, and like it is, it's cool. It's like
I put it on
cool thing.
1.75. I was like, I'm going to learn something for the podcast.
I've been doing. I'm a 1.75 up to tour a lot these days.
Fucked.
I'm doing a lot of my videos.
You're not able to speak English if you go to two.
I'm going to become a mutant. That's the birth of my superpowers is that I take in information faster than other
It's
people.
so funny. You don't even. I swear to God, you don't even take it in as fast. You're just delayed. Like you're just living 10 seconds behind while someone's talking, but still like trying to hear them. It's fucked.
I'm gonna need some weird medication when I'm in an old boat. So they're gonna wheel me around. Time for bed, Mike. It's 3 p.m.
No, but Hacks got increasingly faster as we watched this video. We went to 1.25,
Maybe 1.5.
1.5, and I was like 1.7. Let's ride it out.
Top to 1.7. I'm going all the way.
At what
Ludicrous.
at what speed does his voice sound normal?
1.5, 1.7. He just sounds fast.
I was thinking. I'm sorry that I'm still on this.
Tangerine, yes. It stole the White Claw.
I thought I didn't. And I had like a fucking Sixth Sense moment. What was I talking about?
And next
saw-
topic.
I don't know. You
This
saw
is
dead people?
interesting to me though because I have no springs in my controller. I like playing with L and
I
R.
have no springs.
Mhm.
to
Which means
hold
I can
me
only
down.
hard press,
Yes.
which means that Z is now very tempting to me.
So the part that felt, yeah, you're
Are
right.
you gonna be a Zier now?
So also like H-Box
Maybe I
fucking
will.
H-Box L cancels with Z.
H-Box is right the whole time.
Like,
I knew it.
but like I don't understand. I don't understand why it's banned on box still. I watched a 27-minute video and I really don't understand why it's banned on box still.
Banned?
Well, why he's not allowing you to remap the 8 buttons.
Patty, I'll tell you why right now. Hacks knows better than you.
Yeah.
Hack says, listen, I let you remap it, but you would just fuck it up, you stupid idiots. I figured out the perfect
Melee God.
I made it. I know the answers. It needs to be bigger.
There needs to be more. I am God King.
The power of the sun in my hands.
My hands.
We watched Spider-Man 2 like the other night, so we're
You can make like a Always Sunny Pepe Sylvia like conspiracy theory board about hacks in the box and all the videos he makes, and kind of like put pieces together.
you really can.
Yep.
But I recommend it. Ted.
H-
I recommend watching it because it's.
Well, it sounds like I'd already harvested the info, so I'm kind of set.
I mean,
Yeah. You're good.
If you trust me and Patty's analysis of it as the whole truth, then be my guest.
I
Hey,
don't.
plenty of
but-
viewers must do that.
Might I recommend 2 times?
It's whatever. The main thing is that for us controller players, I don't think it's for us. 'Cause I don't think he's like, yes, I the guy with broken hands want you to do this for all your L cancels
that would fucking
or even the light
yeah.
press.
Oh boy,
Like that would destroy your hands.
not feeling it.
So probably more of a specific box thing, but you know, isn't that something? Isn't that something? H-Box was right the whole time.
I mean, like, I already do that.
HBox also
So you just be doing this.
And I
He
get a
aerials
multiple
and L
gear
cancels with
this
Z.
year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Beans
not
up.
really that crazy, but it's
But he wasn't. I don't think he was getting any like crazy texts. I think he was just like, "I'm quirky. I use Z-Bud." But now we will get on to the main story.
Hold on, I'm going to take a note from Leffen from the main story. Huge announcement.
Okay.
B. See you next week. Move on.
Oh, wait,
Cool.
what?
Let's move on. So we're talking about the thing.
Yeah,
I'm more of a
the thing.
Hulk guy.
more of a Human Torch guy.
The thing.
So
That was good too.
yeah, I'm more of an invisible woman. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't get it, Brian. We just talked about this.
Anyway, the Smash Roll Tour is back.
Oh yeah, hooray!
It's back and it's online.
Here it
And
comes.
Patty's pissed.
This has been a huge episode for
Stop.
Pat, for Angry Patty.
It's just,
I
I'll
love
let you
Angry
go off
Patty.
while he's
No.
in this room.
no, I'm going to talk last.
Okay,
You're gonna talk last. All right.
Isn't
So,
it cool?
so let me talk about it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I know nothing about it. Break it down for me.
Break it down. So here's the thing, right? We had this big announcement last year about the Smash World Tour.
I remember this.
There was this awesome trailer about different events we're pumped for all over the world. It was going to be so cool, and then all got shut down because Corona. And we can't travel.
Rip.
It's done.
And they never canceled it.
They never canceled it. I guess I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember them. Maybe there was a tweet that was like, "Hey, we're not doing this." I don't know. But finally, after a while, we got back, and after all the cease and desist shit too. Like after big, that was also plays to a part of it, right? Like,
Mhm.
can't we even do this?
True.
Would Nintendo let us do this? So we got the announcement. It was a very shitty video.
Okay.
It's like a 40-second video, and it's like, hey, remember last year? Shows highlights. That was so cool. Well, it's back. Check the website. And then you have to like browse this website for like an hour to get all the fucking information everywhere. Like, that's such a good video announcing it before, and now you're just like, you have to fucking hunt for all this shit.
Mm.
Which might be intentional, but
oh, I found my phone.
It wasn't your ass.
Keep going.
here's the deal. It's all online except for the finals. The finals are soft date or for December for 16 invited players.
32.
32 total. Yeah, 16 of from each game.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's 16 each.
Pretty sure it's 32 each.
Well, the numbers it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah.
But a certain amount of players from each game, Ultimate and Melee, are going to meet somewhere. Maybe it's the same venue, maybe it's not, I don't know.
No PM.
And they're gonna no PM. No. Gamer
Interesting.
famously not PM. Will they will have a live event for the finals, is the idea. But to get there, for Ultimate, there's going to be qualifying tournaments all year, and the people who get the most points from all the qualifiers will be able to get into this big event, right?
Mm-hmm.
For Melee, the Melee Council will pick the players
The who?
who attend the tournament.
Who?
Top 16 from East Coast, West Coast, Oceania, Asia,
How many Oceania players?
somewhere else. Yeah, it's all over the world.
Yeah.
16 players from each.
Each?
Yeah, are going to compete in an online tournament. And then the winners from there will be invited to an in-person.
That's very strange.
Yes. So that's kind of the weird thing, right? And the idea
15
is
per game. We got confirmation.
yes, thank you, Ryan W.
Mm-hmm. Ryan Dub.
Ryan, whatever. Or
Ryan
Rick.
W's, Ryan Games, or whatever it's called. Anyway, so the reason why they're doing this, right? At least the perceived reason why, is because I think they kind of understood that from Big House, the problem is that if your Slippy event is like a qualifier for another event, then they don't want you to do it. It's like a whole thing. It's like that's the problem they have with it. It's using Slippy to determine the tournament or to run a tournament, right?
Okay.
So if we just have tournaments play out over the course of the year, and then a panel decides from those tournaments, however they decide who should progress from them, then they meet IRL, then there's no actual problem with the way we do that.
Hold on, I'll fight more for their argument. The big chunk of the argument coming from Twitter is that if they were to host their own Melee qualifying events with Slippy, they get cease and desist, similar to how Big House did.
Yeah.
And when Big House got cease and desist, both the Melee and the Ultimate side were unable to progress.
Yes. Of course.
The thought process is, coming from Twitter, not from them, is that they're not hosting Melee events because if they got cease and desisted, both sides would get cease and desisted, and the whole thing would go down.
Okay.
But it's like a workaround. They can say, hey, we'll have a tournament throughout the year using Slippy.
We'll pick
They're not
sides.
officially a part of the tour, but the council, who is made up of like Tafo and like Melee Stats people and like all those kind of like nerd people, are going to decide together who deserves to play in this final bracket, and will get flown out for like huge prize money.
They decide who gets to play in the Slippy bracket.
Yeah.
Yes.
They invite
I'm
the
assuming
region.
based on the performance.
And they're gonna
obviously.
they're gonna pick, and then the idea is that they're gonna use the tournaments to actually make to base their decision off of.
Neato.
But it won't be like that you win Shine Online, you get an invite. You can win Shine Online, and they'll heavily count that towards you getting in, but it won't officially be on the circuit for the tournament.
So that's less hype because it's like a decision
Absolutely.
match instead of a knockout match in boxing.
Yes.
But it's still
That's a good fucking point.
cool.
It's neat. Wouldn't you have, before Patty goes the fuck off, I feel like it would have been way better just to chill out and wait for things to be cool again, and then just be like, we're doing it for real this time because there's no illnesses that are.
Well,
preventing
they're
us from
still
doing it.
planning on doing the original tour.
Oh, but just not right. This is kind of like a.
They just want to do an
supplement for-
online thing.
Okay, that's cool.
Because the Melee players and only players do need something to play for this year. Like
double down.
it does put some like some spring in your step. Like you gotta enter some events and stuff. Like there's a reason to play now. Because you can win. There's like the pot is like over $100,000. I think $200,000.
And they didn't advertise any named events that would be a part of, because they can't. Right?
Unfortunately, and it's really rough in my opinion for the squad to decide who enters.
You have to
Because
choose which events are important, right?
well, they have to make all the decisions. They have to end up deciding who isn't going to get a shot at the money. Like,
Yeah.
yes, you're gonna have your easy picks. You're gonna have like, yes, Mango and Zain doing great there, and IBW, whoever. But that like 15, 16 player between the 17, 18 player who don't make it in, you know what I
That's
mean? Like, that's just like one probably a small difference.
Someone's feelings gonna get hurt. Is what you're saying.
And they have to decide.
Yeah,
That's rough.
I'm sure the top 100, that doesn't mean anything that we always get mad about every single year. It's going to be totally fine when
When so much money is on the line, and like
it's wild.
the biggest event in the year, and it's all decided based on people. Which once again, this is the only thing you can do. This is the only middle ground.
And they are probably the best people in the world to do it.
Yeah, I mean, they're the people we trust the most, but it doesn't make the decision any easier. Who? It's like Wheat, Edwin.
Oh
Kappa.
yeah, no, I was saying, who were you referring to when we said that? I wasn't doing the Snoop Dogg meme. I was actually asking who we were talking about.
Yeah, no, it's
I know. That's it.
it's just all that. So I got a little more things to talk about, but Patty, what are you thinking? Why so quiet?
PR Patty says that anything that makes top level Melee players care about Melee, especially during a time where top level Melee players are notoriously not caring about Melee, is a great thing.
Yes.
PR Patty, great point. Anyway, on to our next.
PR Patty. So
You
smart.
can't call it a world tour if it's only 2 events. That's so dumb. It's 2 events, and it's half of one. How is that a world tour?
What do you mean 2 events?
It's a Slippy online, and it's a finals. That's not a world tour. That's 2 events.
Sure.
Wait, you're putting all of the Slippy tournaments into one thing?
It's only one tournament and then another tournament.
What VGBC's doing is they're doing. Patty's right. They're doing 2 tournaments.
That's very strange.
Also, everyone talking about the whole they're afraid of Nintendo thing. Crazy idea. What if the company who said no, we don't want to be a part of your world tour, BTS Smash, who's in charge of all of our Melee events, said no again, and then they suddenly had no fucking events to pull from. And then they were like, oh, okay. I actually know a genius way to get around this. We just don't have events.
Yeah. We just let them have events.
Wow. Yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy if BTS Smash said no? And then that just ruined the world tour. And then they were like, wow, we can't do a world tour anymore. Guess we'll just host 2 events and call it a world tour still. I was mad. Also, bro, telling the world that you're planning on hosting in-person events just makes fucking Florida be like, cool, yeah, they're doing it.
Yeah.
The most biggest tournament in the world is planning on hosting in-person events. That means we need to try it out to be the ones to figure it out, see if it's safe. Bro, don't plan in-person tournaments. How do I have to tell VGBC to not plan in-person tournaments? Do you know how many Ultimate events are going to start up because they're hosting this? God, make me so pissed.
I agree. It's way too early to like start saying, yeah, in December we're gonna have an IRL event. It's like how
That's kind of what I was trying to say earlier. Was that like, why can't just wait, bro? Just chill out. You can do this, but without the in-person part, and just call it something else. Well, when we can do things again,
they're saying they'll delay it. I'm not saying even planning for it.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I mean.
It's
Just
stupid.
do what every other TO in the world is doing and being like, in 6 months, I really hope I can host a Melee tournament. And then when 6 months goes, you're like, in 6 months, I really hope I can host a Melee tournament. Like, just, God, yeah, just putting a date to it just makes everyone be like, that's the date. COVID ends
Can't wait.
December 31st.
JD mentioned in the chat, I already want to mention this, says, if you didn't tell anyone they're willing to push it back, it's fine print on the website. So it's like, hey, and if we can't do it, if the world's still fucked, like, we'll push it back. It's okay. It's like they could have communicated the whole thing a lot better, and it required everyone to look at it and like kind of get their, like, oh, like this makes sense, this makes sense, and Pat, you raised great points. Like, yeah,
But I say that,
crazy.
and then Axe is like, hey, I care about Melee again. And it's like, well, shit, that's all that matters. You know? Like, Fatty can be pissed out about all these other points as long as the community addresses them and the top players care about Melee. It's all that really fucking matters. You know? I can be as mad as I want on the Allston Melee podcast. If top players care about Melee, that's sick. That's so sick. Fuck yeah, they did it. If I'm pissed off about the way that they did it, whatever. I guess we'll host a better world tour in 2022. Getting Melee players to care about a circuit is cool. And that's the part that I really support. Yeah. I hate the way that we're going about this, and it really feels like we're just going about this because we can and not because we want to. So yeah.
I'm thinking because so any tournament can be a part of this thing, right? Any result. So what about Mega Mono?
Megmano?
Megmano. Or possibly other name, Allston Melee's top 10 tournament of all time.
We've never hosted a Mono 1.
Yeah.
We have the entirety of all the Amanos, they have been 0.7 or like whatever.
Mhm.
We have never hosted a Mono 1.
It's true.
I don't know.
One day.
Forbidden.
But it's a whole thing. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It is cool that it's happening. It's cool that they still want to do the normal tour when things are back to normal.
Just by far the weirdest part is if you're Moki, you're like, what do I do? How do I qualify? I just do good. I just like
You have to enter every tournament.
it feels
like-
feels like 2013 top 100 where it's like it's just a popularity contest a little bit because like we don't have ranking, like we can't associate point value to tournament because you guys didn't get the rights to.
and like, so this is going to happen right as well, right? So you can do like Wizrobe, right? As you saw like, a previous year from now. Wizrobe entered a couple tournaments and then did so well at them and then didn't go to like anything else and then got in like a very high ranking. Right?
I remember that.
Got like 7 or whatever.
That's when
And they constantly were like talking to us about it though. They were like, hey, Wizrobe's gonna be high.
Yeah.
Like everyone from the ranking thing was like, just gonna let you guys know.
But like
the way that we did it.
what I'm saying is like players can abuse this. If you're Mango and you enter 3 tournaments and then you don't enter anything else and you get first in all those tournaments or you get high, you're like, yeah, I'm clearly in the top 16.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good.
Yeah, also it's like a weird thing where it's like if you're like, oh, I'm good, and then Wheat DMs you and he's like, you're not good, enter more. Like it's a weird like back and forth
Yeah,
that
like,
doesn't need to be there.
Or you DM them.
Yeah, it's just weird.
You say, hey, Melee stats, how many what place do I get at Shine to
Also, like it feels weird that it's suddenly like the Twitter flock goes to the Melee stats people's DMs and like they're not going to there's no VGBC well there is, but they're not answering questions. They're not talking
Talk
to you
to Tafo.
directly. Yeah, exactly. That's the weird part where it's like everyone's just like, oh yeah, we'll go to Tafo to talk to them. Yeah.
What's to say Nintendo's gonna be like, no, like this is just some bullshit workaround. You can't do this either.
That they won't say that is what you're saying?
Yeah. Like, why aren't they just gonna do that?
Yeah,
Probably some legal shit.
the other part is they're still hosting a Slippy tournament. That's
Yeah,
still a
that's
part of
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying.
They're still hosting a Slippy tournament.
but it's not officially with this big thing. So like that's kind of like the workaround. But you're right. And the idea, Ted, is that if they were to cease and desist a tournament, we like a Hydra would just keep on making tournaments for people to enter.
That's where Megamon
Yeah.
Mon.
But
we only support them if they get cease and desisted. That's the only time we step in.
but you're right, Ted. It's not like, we only have fucking 3 season assists they can use. Like, no, they can, like, for every time we break a tournament, they can also just say no. So like, oh, you used your whole meter on fucking Smash and Splash, but
My whole
you
media.
didn't see this coming, did you?
You must be all out of cease and desist forms.
My final form.
You don't have another one? Also, I'm living for Mango losing to the number 4 player in Oceania because of connection.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
I don't know. They haven't talked about that. They're waiting for us to ask all these questions.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to work on the gigs. So in any other
A
esport,
really long cable.
in any other esport, if you're spreading yourself to a worldwide event based on the number of good or just the number of teams in general, you would pick less from places where there are less.
I think they
decent
are.
teams.
I think they are.
Are they actually?
I think that is part of it. I don't know.
Because if it was like we get 5 from North America, 5 from Asia, 5 from Oceania, it's like, oh, hold on. Are there even 5? Like good players.
Yeah, I think it's like 4 from there.
Okay.
There are definitely 5 good players. I
Yeah.
don't think there
The,
obviously are 5 good
No, I know,
players.
that's what it is.
The regions are split up pretty well because they're still stealing off the previous
Okay, gotcha.
thing that they stole from the first time. We had the regions figured out.
But you know what? You know what's super funny though is that on the flip side, the ultimate people are pissed.
Really?
They're like we have to play online. We can't just like bring the best players in. Like I have
We
to.
can't just have a local.
Listen, we all meet in Florida. It's gonna be huge.
The hunting grounds.
That is the funniest part is that like we're suddenly switched again. Like we were the ones who had the crazy good internet, and then they were the ones who had the terrible ones, terrible internet. But now they're the only one who's allowed to play on their internet. We're not allowed to play on yours. It's like we got our computer taken away when we went to bed.
We got a virus.
Damn it, younger brother! I want to play PS4.
It's my turn.
Yeah, our little brother gets to play Modern Warfare tonight.
What the hell,
Mom said it's my turn to play Xbox.
Yeah, so the easiest way to say it is their rules page is more complicated than the video. So we'll figure out, we'll see what happens. Again, Melee top players care about it, so that's cool. I have 14 million different issues and
Playing
will.
in the scene is good.
Can I?
Yeah. That's another part where they're not saying which is going to where.
Wait, before we go any further,
Okay.
We're gonna get 25
What?
grand.
we need some magic words, and I will start us off this time.
I like a magic word.
It is going to be Lighthouse.
I'm good.
We hate White Claw.
Lighthouse. We hate White Claw.
Okay.
Do we hate White Claw?
We're White Claw.
Well, we're like PBR Alliance, so we need to get a little.
Oh.
Like we have White Claw on the
White Claw.
podcast, so they need to,
Oh yeah. I mean, I like White Claw, but if it came down,
We hate White Claw. Lighthouse. We have White
if
Claw.
it came down to PBR,
How about
White
Lighthouse Claw?
White Claw. Lighthouse Claw. No.
No.
How about, what's wrong
No.
with White House?
You're a wimp if you say Lighthouse Claw.
It's true. You're a wimp and don't do it.
We had the last one. We had the best audio we've ever done, and we made the last one toxic microphone.
Toxic microphone. I saw that because I forgot that was our password, and I saw it in the comments. I'm like, "Fuck this guy."
Hey, if you say Lighthouse
Right,
Claw,
right.
though, that's pretty cool, honestly.
No, say fucking
It's cool.
Lighthouse. We hate White Claw.
Yeah.
That's the password.
God, it's kind of dope if you do the other one.
No, it's not. Hey, I have an idea for. I literally just thought of this when we were talking about stuff.
Okay.
And this does not have to go anywhere.
Please.
And you know how the movie Godzilla versus Kong is coming out?
I'm aware.
Oh,
There should be a tournament where it's limited to Bowser and Donkey Kong. And you know,
So it's just
Do I have
Donkey
a
Kong.
gimmick?
I'm
So
not-
it's just
no. Every set has to be.
yeah,
Donkey
you have
Kong
to flip a coin for whatever character. You
Yeah,
play.
I like that.
See, we're getting somewhere.
so you flip a coin when you lose.
I feel like you should.
No, you don't know that. What if you're good?
No,
at
no,
Bowser?
yeah. I feel like you have to say the entire set though.
Yeah, of course.
You have to rep.
Oh, really? I think it
No,
would be
it
probably
could
better if
average
you
every
could
game.
switch.
You
Yeah.
only
No.
play on four side?
Yes, foresight only. It's foresight because
Yeah.
Is it giant melee?
No,
it's
that's
giant melee. It's giant melee.
Trail's trying to run it.
If it's
Where is he there?
if it's giant melee,
On foresight?
they're the shot.
Is it pure
Yeah.
foresight? Can it be Onet too? It would have to be just
You
foresight.
can't slippy giant melee,
feel
though,
like you
can
can-
you?
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
I think you can.
You might just have to play it on like a really big.
Because we. Oh no, I don't know if you can direct.
Voltron?
You can't direct connect.
You can't direct giant melee.
Yeah, that sucks. It would just have to be Bowser and.
Well, maybe you
Okay.
could like in the same way where people have like the Giga Bowser things.
Wait, can you turn items on?
Yes,
on
yes, you
Slippy?
can. Positive, done it before.
On Slippy.
Yeah, you can also go to wacky stages. I know that for sure.
So you just turn mushrooms on.
yeah, it's just mushroom and poison mushroom.
You get real tiny.
No items because of Slippy. I feel like it's totally items. No, you can totally do items, right?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Maybe
I
not.
think
Anyway.
coin flip for who plays who.
No, sir. Damn.
You're just gonna have the DK just whooping the Bowser because Bowser's fucking the worst character in the game.
Does DK really beat the shit out of Bowser
Yes,
that
Yes.
hard?
DK has a grab.
Okay, so I think this would
True.
be fun if it was like so it's like best of or one stock games,
Talking
right?
about-
Best of one games, but like a bunch of games where you switch every time. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And then it's
stock?
like it's that one stock games, because then it's that fight to get that Bowser game and flip the advantage. You know what I mean?
no, this is good.
And it evens
I like
it out.
I like your Magic.
You got
man.
first to 5,
I'm thinking like first to 10.
first to 10.
Think about how many. That's like how many stocks is in a set. Like it could be up to 12. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Okay.
Like first to 4.
First, that's a lot of Bowser Donkey.
I think a best of 12 would be great.
Grand
I think
finals.
for grand
finals.
I'm down.
That would be like a
Yeah.
best of 3.
Oh, I understand. I get what you're saying.
I
Like it's a real best.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
it's like, how? Where did you get this math?
It's because the skill is so intense. Anyway, somebody steal my $1 million idea.
No, I feel okay.
No,
Here's
it's
the thing.
us.
Here's
We're
the thing.
doing it.
We
We're
just
doing
get
Okay.
we just get all the homies to play as just like normal DKs, and we get the Bowser mains, like the real Bowser mains to come in and play. It's Gimpy Fish and his friends.
Warrior Knight.
Warrior Knight.
Okay.
There's a couple other ones.
Are they still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's old.
I
Warrior
know the
Knight
Gimpy
does
stuff is-
6 stuff for faster melee.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
learned that kind of recently.
Trail has Bowser.
Does he?
What is if you can tell me Trail has a blank and I would just believe you no matter what
A
you tell me.
dog.
Yeah, probably has 2 dogs. But anyway, that,
Rottweilers.
I guess we're okay. So
I will give you a suggestion, people in chat, because we're faint to the end of here.
and a beautiful Spotify.
After this, I suggest you go on to wonderful YouTube and you look up Super Champ Combo Part 1 of 4, and you will find like some like at the venue ass video. Seriously, one of my favorite videos I've ever found in like diving through all these things. I recommend watching like 1 through 4. So the coolest videos I've ever seen to display being at a venue, and it's even cooler because it's like 2007, and it's like
Dope.
it's the realest thing to being at a Melee tournament, and it gave me goosebumps multiple times. Super Champ Combo 1 out of 4. I think part 3 out of 4 is really cool because they go to Denny's. It's like the entire tournament goes to Denny's.
shit.
It's crazy. Yeah,
Classic.
great video.
Never done that before.
It's so cool because it's like it'll just be like random people. Hey, what's up, dude? Zoo, Mewtwo King, random people. Yeah, it's so cool.
And that's your hint for the next video.
Yeah,
right?
that's your hint.
That's your Denny's hint.
Go watch that.
Super Champ 2
Oh, thank you,
combos.
Brian. Linked it.
Check that in the chat or in the VOD. Michael, can you read that YouTube?
Suicide.